Paris is situated in northern France on the bank of the river Seine. With a population of over 12 million people, the French capital is at the heart of the Ile-France region. Paris earned its name, the city of light, during the Age of Enlightenment, when many visionary ideas were born. It's the light that has remained undimmed and which now attracts 42 million visitors a year, making Paris the most visited city in all the world.
Paris is also a city of romance, culture, beauty, and of course the Mona Lisa. The scene river divides the city into two parts, known as the left bank and the right bank. The heart of Paris has changed a little since the mid-19th century, when its grand boulevards and Art Nouveau apartments were built. Strict planning regulations have reserved its layout and ensure an almost total aspect of high-rises.
Paris is a city easily explored by metro, taxi, and bicycle, but its charms are best found on foot. Its attractions are never far apart, and in between, well, merely walking its streets is to wander through picture postcards. The engine room of Paris is La Défense. This modern business district, filled with light and art, is testimony that Paris is designed for living, even when at work. From the futuristic Grand at La Défense, the 6-mile-long historic axis of Paris leads back into France's grand past. The Arc de Triomphe, built by Napoleon, rises from the center of the Charles de Gaulle and offers commanding view of the 12 grand avenues, which radiate outwards like a star. From the Arc de Triomphe, the Champs-Élysées continue along the historic axis. These grand avenues is where Parisians come to dine, shop, enjoy the theater, and to celebrate life. Gradually opening into formal gardens and majestic buildings, the Champs-Élysées merges into the largest square in Paris, the Place de la Concorde.
Just a short stroll away is the world's greatest treasure house of art, the Musée du Louvre. Once a 14th century palace, today the Louvre is the most visited art gallery in the world. With over 35,000 artworks, its most famous residents are the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo. Topic 1. This collection of priceless artworks and antiquities is simply too vast to explore in just one day. Not far from the Musée du Louvre stands the Centre Pompidou, displaying the largest collection of modern art in Europe. Persons are still debating whether this radical design is a vision of a madman or a genius. Notre Dame Cathedral is situated on the Île de la Cité, a natural island in River Seine. Completed in 1345, this Gothic masterpiece with its flying buttresses and gargoyles has played central stage to some of the defining moments of French history and literature. Parisans is at the duty to enjoy life to its fullest. The Luxembourg Gardens, with its grand basin, fruit groves, and over 100 statues and fountains, is the ideal place to wrap a deck chair and play the Parisian at rest.
Nothing says Paris like the Eiffel Tower. The Iron Lady can be seen from all over the city. However, nothing can prepare you for a moment when you first stand at its feet, or the views from the top that you will hold dear for a lifetime.
The side streets of Paris are full of beauty and spiritual style. Local by the pages is the patisserie, bread is the boulangerie, and tea from the parmeserie. This style of shopping not only offers a wealth of expertise, but also a perfect ideal Parisian to talk about their favorite subject, food. fresh ingredients, less chef, and the very fine style of French cooking make Paris one of the best places on earth to be hungry.
Spring and autumn are ideal times to visit, but sites are quieter and price is lower during winter months. Travel costs in Paris range from less than 100 euros a day if you enjoy a dorm and an excellent self-catering in supermarket to over 400 euros a day for historic luxury hotels and gastronomic restaurants.
Working is a pleasure in Paris, but the city also has one of the most efficient and expensive public transport systems in the world. Paris is rather inspiring and wise, one of the world's most made-up cities, and a real sense of community, a local shop, markets, and cafes. We offer a feeling of intimacy and convenience for locals and tourists alike.